Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Heart of a lion, my time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, moving. We making movies, moving. I get a chance and take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder. I am a ball that I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right. My grind too tight. Let's hear rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that movie. One shot, movie.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the London Bulldogs and the Cincinnati Bengals. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in week 4. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. They find some open field here. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. J.K. Dobbins, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll be brought down just... Shy of the 45. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They're going to try and throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Steps away. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Ken Walker, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bulldogs respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Santos with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the return will stop right around the 25.
And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his 2nd one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now back to throw. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Brings up how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. 7-7, our score after 1. He'll drop to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they'll get this down to the 10. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the 1st down. It's now 1st and goal.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Again, Walker. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Kenneth Walker with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bulldogs have taken the lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo, he's going to loft one deep left side here. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is taken in at the 5. And touchdown! A great effort there. 39 yards. And the Bulldogs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They'll look to throw. It's complete. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
He's got a man, complete, touchdown. Justin Jefferson, 44 yards. And the Bulldogs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now Garoppolo. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bulldogs are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need. Under pressure, they got him again.
for it. It's Garoppolo. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And they will have a first down as they are down. Two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Bulldogs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Santos with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They'll try and throw for it here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 52 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 11 more on that one and another first down. They're going to look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throwing partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. They'll drop the throw. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a first and goal. Here's Walker. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bulldogs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose. But you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25, so the minimum.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. Charles, whatever. Whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with.
He's got a man, complete, touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bulldogs just continue to roll. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Burrow will throw. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out. Gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. To throw again on second down. Burrow. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Rolling to his right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. They'll look to throw now on first down. There's Chris Olave. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 38 yards. Walker is in for a touchdown. Definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown pass as they're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And now he'll fire deep downfield for James. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the 2nd time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays.
A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. He'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
Flush to his right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Straight ahead, Walker. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Santos now to add the PAT. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made.
Now Burrow loses the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Running on first down, Eckler. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Burrow on play action. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken from about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
The pass caught by Olave.
And he's got room. 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Santos with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Greg Newsome. But my goodness, CD, I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. The battle for it, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of...
And, oh, that is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over. Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get it to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
And they take a knee. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and